Imagine this. What if I told you that improving your communication skills could enhance your relationships by over 70%? That's right. A simple change in how we talk to one another can make a huge difference. Whether it's in your personal relationships, at work, or with friends, the way we communicate shapes everything. So, if you're ready to build deeper, more meaningful connections, stick with me, because today we're diving into proven communication strategies that can take your relationships to the next level. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you're joining us. Today, we're talking about something that's crucial in every area of our lives: how we communicate. Whether you're trying to strengthen a bond with a partner, navigate a challenging conversation at work, or simply connect with a friend on a deeper level, effective communication is the key to success. But here's the thing. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about connecting. It's about really hearing someone, understanding their emotions, and fostering a space for genuine exchange. That's what we're going to explore today. In the next few minutes, I'll share powerful communication strategies that can help you build stronger, more meaningful bonds. You'll walk away with practical tips that you can apply immediately, whether you're having a casual chat or addressing something more serious. So, let's dive in. Let's start with the challenges we all face when it comes to communication. You might have noticed that even the best relationships can hit a rough patch due to miscommunication. So, what's going wrong? First, misunderstandings. How often have you been in a conversation where something seemed clear to you, but the other person took it completely differently? This can lead to hurt feelings or confusion, and it's frustrating for both sides. Misunderstandings are common, but they can also be avoided with a little more care and attention. Next, we have lack of active listening. Too often, we're so focused on what we're going to say next that we don't truly hear what the other person is saying. We all did. But here's the thing. When people feel unheard, it's like a barrier goes up, and suddenly, the conversation feels like a transaction, not a connection. Lastly, let's talk about emotional disconnect. Have you ever been in a conversation where, no matter how hard you tried, you just couldn't connect emotionally with the person? You're talking, but it feels like you're in different worlds. This emotional gap can strain any relationship, leaving both parties feeling distant, frustrated, or even resentful. The good news? These challenges can be overcome. With the right strategies, you can break down these barriers and unlock the full potential of your relationships. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into next. Now that we understand the challenges, let's talk about how we can overcome them. There are a few key communication strategies that, when practiced, will significantly improve the way you connect with others. Let's explore them in detail. 1. Active listening. Active listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about truly engaging with the speaker. Imagine you're having a conversation and you're so focused on your phone, or you're just waiting for your turn to speak. That's not active listening. Real active listening requires full attention and effort. You need to listen not just to the words, but also to the emotions behind them. Practical tip. One way to practice active listening is by reflecting back what the person has said. For example, if someone says, "I've been feeling overwhelmed with work lately," you could respond with, "It sounds like you're really stressed out with all that on your plate. Want to talk about what's been going on?" This shows the person you're not just hearing them, you're engaging with them. 2. Empathy. Empathy is the foundation of all strong relationships. It's the ability to step into someone else's shoes and feel what they're feeling. When you show empathy, you create a safe space for vulnerability. Practical tip. A simple way to show empathy is by using empathetic phrases like, "I can imagine how tough that must be for you," or, "That sounds really frustrating." The key here is to validate their emotions, even if you don't fully understand them. Empathy isn't about fixing problems, it's about acknowledging someone else's feelings. 3. Open-ended questions. Instead of asking questions that can be answered with a yes or no, try asking open-ended questions that invite deeper responses. Open-ended questions encourage more thoughtful answers and help the other person feel heard. Example. Instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" you could ask, "What was the highlight of your day?" or "What was the most challenging part of your day?" These questions prompt a conversation, rather than a simple exchange of facts, helping you to connect on a deeper level. 4. Nonverbal communication. Did you know that about 93% of communication is nonverbal? That means body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice speak volumes. You can say a lot without uttering a single word, so it's important to be aware of your nonverbal cues. Practical tip. Pay attention to how you're standing, your posture, and even your facial expressions. Are you leaning in, showing interest? Are your arms crossed, signaling that you're closed off? By being mindful of your body language, you'll send the message that you're open and receptive. These strategies may sound simple, but when applied consistently, they can completely transform how you communicate and, ultimately, how you connect with others. Let me share an inspiring story that shows just how powerful these communication strategies can be. A few years ago, I worked with a couple who had been on the verge of breaking up. They were constantly arguing and just couldn't get on the same page. They felt disconnected and misunderstood. They came to me seeking advice, and after a few sessions, we focused on improving their communication. We started with active listening, making sure both partners felt heard. Then, we worked on developing empathy. Each partner began validating the other's feelings rather than dismissing them. And finally, we focused on asking open-ended questions that allowed them to share more deeply. Within just a few weeks, the change was incredible. Their arguments turned into productive conversations. They began to understand each other in ways they hadn't before. It wasn't just about fixing problems, it was about deepening their connection. Today, they're stronger than ever, and their relationship is thriving. This is the power of good communication. See? Communication isn't just about exchanging words. It's about creating understanding and connection, and when you get it right, everything else falls into place. Alright, let's quickly recap the communication strategies we covered today. Active listening, engaging fully in the conversation, not just hearing, but understanding and responding with empathy. Empathy, putting yourself in the other person's shoes and validating their feelings, even if you don't fully agree. Open-ended questions, asking questions that invite deeper answers and spark meaningful conversations. 4. Nonverbal communication, being mindful of your body language, tone, and facial expressions to reinforce your message. When you consistently apply these strategies, you'll see a noticeable difference in the quality of your relationships. Whether you're improving a personal bond or strengthening a professional one, communication is at the core of everything. By making small adjustments to how you communicate, you can create deeper, more meaningful connections with the people around you. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever faced communication challenges? How have you worked through them? Or maybe you've tried these strategies already. Let me know how they've worked for you. Drop a comment below, and I'll make sure to read every one. Also, if you found today's video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on relationships.